What's up guys, it's just here. Welcome back to an episode of The Road to Glory. Now this is going to be our first, and I think it's the first for this year's Road to Glory, of some actual gameplay. It's going to be a full game. This is a team we are rocking for everything pretty much. Yeah, the state of FIFA is what I'm going to talk about today. Now, they have dropped this winter refresh promo, and yeah, okay, we're getting some half decent upgrades, not fantastic. This is a weird team. So some of the stuff, so like the Premier icons, the Optimus Prime icons, who can afford them at the prices they're going for? Like the Cruyff, 15 mil? Come on. Yeah. I mean, I know you're a money hungry company, but 15 mil is ridiculous. I don't know anybody that's stacking that sort of coin on their account. Perhaps like the big content creators, but it's expensive. You must have to spend thousands and thousands of pounds to get them cards, and it's a shame because like they're a +1 and it's a dynamic image. Why not give icons dynamic images anyway? I mean, they're so hard to obtain. Like the base icon SBC, people were hammering it out because they thought they were going to need all of these cards for the SBCs and stuff like that, but it's just not the case. It's not needed, and it's unfortunate that you feel the need to screw everybody, because that's exactly what you've done, because you released the Prime Moments Rouvain story and it's only one icon. Now perhaps like you release the Cruyff and the Ronaldo and the Hullet and the Vieira, they'll need more, but I mean, them baby icon SBCs between 300, 400, 500k to complete, because the prices of 84s, 85s and 86s went through the roof. And then you'd go and drop that Rouvain story where you need one icon and you've got two 85 rated squads and then 86 and 87 and I think you've got an 88 as well. And it's just like, you want Team of the Weeks, but you don't release any Team of the Week SBCs. And you know as well as the next person that the prices of everything is going to inflate. And then you drop the Flashback Payet. In my opinion, Flashback Zlatan and Flashback Torres are two of the best cards for the meta. Payet looks good, but the price you would pay for that Payet, I believe, was about 250k, and I completed Zlatan for around 100k, 150k with nothing, and you want to charge 250k for a Payet that's lower rated, nowhere near as good. It baffles me. It really is. Like, I understand that the market is forever growing and it's forever changing with what you guys drop, but 285 rated squads, both with a Team of the Week, for a Payet would not get into anybody's team, not in my opinion at this point in FIFA, because the amount of packs that you give out through champs, through rivals, is brilliant. I can't knock that. The gameplay is trash. 7 patches and we're still nowhere near getting gameplay sorted, and at this point you might as well not bother. You might as well concentrate on giving us a decent game next year. You're too much of a money hungry company, and I know nobody from EA is going to see this, and perhaps not a lot of people will watch this video regardless on YouTube, but I want to get my say out there on how I feel FIFA is. It's just not enjoyable. I've played FIFA since the year after Ultimate Team came out, and it's just getting worse because you just don't you haven't listened. Now this year, I must say, the communication we get from the devs like Zaro and Corey is amazing. They communicate what's going on where they can. Obviously, we know the higher ups won't let them come out and say everything that we ask for, but you just, it's crazy how still you've got time limits on icons. Why not put them icons there when you release them? Let them stay there, because I'd love to do Rio Ferdinand, but he was in one of the SBCs that you had as a multiple choice of 5, and he's not been back since. And you only had 30 days to complete that icon, and 30 days is not a lot of time to get the stuff to craft an icon, especially when the requirements are what they are. Yes, I understand not everybody should be running around with Prime, Ferdinand and all that good stuff, because they just shouldn't. They shouldn't, because that would make the game very boring and very unplayable for new, like, you know, your casuals and stuff like that. But make it fun. Give us decent weekly objectives where, you know, where if you score 3 goals with a Spanish player, you get a special card, a couple of, like, a second inform Spanish David Villa from his club that he's at. I believe he's in the Japanese league now, but with like a yellow and red card outline as just a, you know, just as a Spanish flag. Give us something like that. Fortnite and Apex Legends do it so right, and you just do it so wrong. And especially when you were affiliated with Apex Legends and they are doing it so right, and you are just not. You've still not got the grasp of what people want. Now, yeah, you are releasing the flashy looking cars like the Falcao. That Falcao is what I'm talking about. 282 rated squads, 1 inform, and it was for an 89 rated Europa League Moments Falcao, and it's a beautiful looking card, and it was obtainable for a lot of people. Nice De Bruyne. And that's what we're looking for here. That's what we want. We want like the Futmas card, like the De Bruyne there. Look at the card design. It's a nice card design. Yes, that De Bruyne was very expensive, but he's an end-game player, so he should be. He's 93 rated. He's one of the best attacking midfielders that I've used this year, and that's what I want to see more of. But unfortunately for me, we don't get enough. We get a flashback. The flashback David Luiz was way too expensive when you think what's out there. Like, you know, you got the Joe Gomez was ridiculously expensive, but as a Liverpool fan, I did it. Same with the Costas Manolas. He is a top centre back from a good league. Yeah, his nation's not great, but it was a card that I did nonetheless because I wanted to. Like, for me, the card design, I'm more intrigued in the card design because it's a nice collectible to have in the club, and that's why I did the Manolas. It was around 250k, maybe 300k that I did put into the Manolas. But like the Payet, if that Payet was around 100k to do with nothing, so say an 83 and an 84, I'd have probably done it. 285s, you're just taking coins off the market. Now we've got Team of the Season coming up, so really flashbacks, are they worth doing? Really, when we've got Team of the Season coming up, so we're going to be getting loads of pack promos. Hopefully they're going to do something decent with SBCs, so people can, you know, have a fair chance. Now, Champs will be interesting. I mean, I haven't played Champs in a long time. I've got 2k qualification points, but I'm saving them for the week of, hopefully, the week of, good save day, the Premier League Team of the Season. That's where I want to go back into champs and try my luck at getting a couple of red team of the season player picks. Hopefully there'll be something decent in there, but you never know with EA. They might shaft everybody in the community and still run a team of the week. You only get the team of the seasons if you finish, I don't know, elite. You just don't know with EA. They're sneaky with what they do, so they might just keep it as team of the weeks, and then if you finish elite, you get a team of the season pack. We just don't know with EA. It's a shame that we don't. It's a shame that that's a good finish near poster. Hey, you should be doing better than that. Is that a Surgeon Ivory? I believe it is. Yeah. There's just a lot of sneakiness from EA, and the way that they do things, the prices of things. They brought a price fixing in, not price fixing. You know what I mean? Like price capping. And yeah, these big boy icons are going for 15 mil. Not for 1 minute saying that they shouldn't be expensive, but 15 mil. Who except Bateson has got that sort of coin on his account? Because I know I haven't. I've got about 150k, and I did have a mil, and I was sitting on a mil for a while. But I was like, why am I just sitting on all these coins? Like, let's start doing some SBCs, getting some players into the club. And yeah, perhaps I haven't got tradable cards that are high rated. I've got a Matic, an 87 Allison, and a 91 De Gea, but the De Gea gets used because I can't use check because the stats that it shows aren't the stats that he plays as. So for me, that check is literally just sitting on my reserves until EA actually acknowledge that there's an issue with that. But EA being EA, they never will. So people dump money into that check, and he's got 77 reactions. That's just not good enough for me. For a 91 rated keeper, 77 reactions is atrocious. Now, whether EA do address that, we don't know. As Aguero gets a lovely little finish there, we don't know. Probably not knowing. I mean, there is a patch coming up with goalkeeper movement speed, but you know, EA being EA, it'll be very, very minimal. But the state of FIFA for me is very sad at the minute. It shouldn't be like this. It shouldn't be we shouldn't be in the position. I hate playing this game, but I love playing this game. I love the menus. 6 o'clock, I am there daily to see what SBCs are dropped. And 90% of the time, I'll do them if I can afford to do them. But 90% of the time, they're just not worth the coin. They're not worth the coin. But I like to see what they put out, if there's anything new, anything that's going to capture my love for this game. And I grin and bear gameplay because I played it either rank 2 or rank 1, Division 5, and I won't push for another division, because what's the point? What's the point to everyone to play drop back, have 10 men behind the ball and play on the counter? It's just not, it's not enjoyable, it's not fun. I watch a lot of streamers and they all hate playing this game. This is a game that is their livelihood. It keeps their families afloat, and they hate playing it, and they get very, very toxic, and it takes away from the content that they're trying to make. And it's a shame that a game that's supposed to be fun yet competitive can do that. Now, will FIFA 20 be any better? Probably not. When FIFA 20 comes, I will be doing the Road to Glory. Very similar to this year, where it'll be majority of menus. But I think I'm going to be doing a poor man Road to Glory. If we don't get a good team, we don't play. And then the series will die after a couple, like 10-15 episodes. But I refuse. Come on, like that. I'm pressing X there to clear that ball, and Baines is just tapping. It's shocking that we're in February and this game is still as bad as it's ever been. And this is just unfortunately what Rivals is at the minute. People say that they prefer playing champs to Rivals. I don't understand that logic necessarily, but in my opinion, Champs is way more competitive because I can quit these games and not give a shit and go back in. Where with Champs, you've only got a certain amount of games to get to a certain rank for a certain reward. Whereas I can play as many games as I want for them, Megas and 50s. But I mean, look at that. Just look at the atrociousness of this game. It is so bad, EA. What have you done to your product? Stop being driven by money and think about your player base, because Pro Evo will come and bite you on the arse. Maybe not this year, maybe not next year, but they're coming. They're improving. Their gameplay is spot on. Their menus are what's lacking. Their licensing is what's lacking. It only takes one massive investor and you're done. And that's what will happen one day. You will lose it. You will lose your fan base because people won't put up with it. At the minute, you're the only decent footballing game out there. But people want more. People want things like Fortnite, like Apex, skins, different designs on the cards. You don't give it anything like that. You do give things like that, but they're not easily obtainable. You don't give us anything to work for. So, like a 3-star weak foot given to a 4-star by scoring 40, 50 goals on your weak foot. But then Falcao is hitting that. So, you know, you need to evaluate what you're doing, because in my opinion, this game is just not worth playing anymore. It's not worth my time, it's not worth my stress of the competitiveness. So, if you don't, I mean, that ball wasn't there, it was supposed to be a cutback to Torres. But, hey ho, EA being EA. You're just killing your product slowly, EA, and you've already lost FIFA points in Belgium. People seem to think that that's not a big deal. It is, because everyone will follow suit, because they will see how much of a rip-off they are. I mean, shouldn't be getting it, and shouldn't be hitting that shot. And that's just how bad this game truly is. I mean, I've not even got a corner from that, and I don't know how because I was onside. But EA being EA, I guess. But that's all I've got to say on the matter. EA, you need to change. You need to change your game because it's very, very poor. I don't want to play it. I know a lot of content creators that don't want to play it. As you can see there, shot accuracy 92% to 73. Yeah, I've lost. You explain that to me, EA. But if you have enjoyed this, drop a thumbs up, subscribe down below, and hopefully EA do get the fingers out of their arse and sort something out of this game. But until the next time, we're out. Peace.